Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to my channel if you're new here. My name is Claire and I put out videos about luxury bags and accessories. So if that is your thing, please click on the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and you'll know when I upload a new video. I'm really close to 1,000 subscribers, which is just so amazing. So I would be so grateful if you haven't already, if you wouldn't mind clicking that subscribe button. I'm filming my wish list video today, my wish list for 2024. Now, I've not done a wish list video before, certainly not put one out on YouTube before. I don't usually do these because my wish list is such an evolving situation. I've tried doing wish lists in the past, obviously, as I say, not on YouTube, but just writing a wish list out. I've tried having a wish list on a spreadsheet. I tried putting it in some pages of my agenda when I got some wish list pages to go in, and I just found that I either got very depressed because I kept adding loads of things to it and then just couldn't possibly afford to buy them all, or I just kept changing my mind. New things would come out, things that I thought I wanted suddenly I didn't want anymore, and I was being very fickle over the last few years and just not keeping to a wish list. However, this year it's a little bit different. This year there definitely are some things, some pieces, some items, luxury items obviously, that I would really like to get, and some of these I've had a look at already. I've checked that they are things I want. There's not many bags on this wish list. There are certain other accessories, things to go with my bags, so I already have the bags and I know that these items will complement them, if that makes sense. So I'm just going to go through them, no particular order, but these are some of the things that are definitely on my 2024 wish list. Now, I'm looking at my phone here because I've got them listed because I don't want to miss anything out, so forgive me if I keep looking up and down. So I'm sure there are no surprises if I tell you that my wish list is slightly Fendi heavy, because there are quite a few things from Fendi that I'd like. So that probably means most of the unboxings on my channel for the upcoming year will be Fendi. I'm sorry there's not more variety. I do like other brands. I do like Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Gucci, but at the moment they're not putting out the items that I really want to get. It's Fendi that I'm loving, and they are the items I want to buy. I don't buy items just for content, just for unboxing purposes, just to have the latest thing from whatever brand. I buy what I love, and at the moment I am loving Fendi. Now, one of the first things on my list which I would really like to get from Fendi is the O-lock chain strap in the gold. Now, I'm putting some video up here where you'll see that I was looking at the strap when I had my appointment in Fendi just before Christmas, and I tried that on with the bag I bought at that appointment, and I will link the unboxing of that bag down below. So if you haven't seen that, please check it out. You'll see what I got and the story around it. But that strap, that O-lock chain strap, goes with that bag so beautifully. It also goes really well with my regular size baguette in the blue, and it goes with my fuchsia baguette as well. The 3 baguettes I have, they all have gold hardware, so they obviously match the gold O-lock strap, and it is just a beautiful strap that it just elevates my bags and gives another option of how to wear them. You know, I've bought a couple of these strap U's to go with my mini and regular size baguette, and they give me another dimension to those bags. This O-lock strap will do exactly the same. It's quite pricey, so we'll see how we go, but I would like to buy that at some point in the coming year. Now, I would like a Fendi belt in black. I already have this one, which is the Fendi O-lock belt in sort of a beige colour. They do an O-lock one in black with the gold hardware, and they do a thin black belt with silver hardware, and it's not the O-lock, it's got a sort of a double F buckle. The reason I like these belts is they're not a traditional buckle. They come with these little knobbly bits that you poke into the hole, and I just like that because when you've got a bit of a generous tummy like me, when you wear a belt with a proper buckle that threads through, sometimes the leather gets a little bit worn where the buckle rests on it, whereas this one, it doesn't happen with that. So I find this one really comfortable to wear, and after I've finished wearing it, it still looks great. It doesn't look really worn or anything like that. So I would like another belt like that. I did try to get one when I went up for my appointment just before Christmas, but they were out of stock in my size. So yeah, that's something I will try to get at some point this year. So staying with Fendi bags now. Some of you will know, if you've been with me for a little while, that I am coveting the white mini baguette. I would like a white bag, and I've decided the mini baguette is the one I would like. I was going to buy it in September when I went to London, but my heart was stolen by the fuchsia mini baguette, and as that was a seasonal colour, I bought that instead. The white is a permanent one, so hopefully it will always be there. So at some point I would like to get round to purchasing the white mini baguette. As mini baguettes go, I do love them, and I'm very fond of the mini baguette in Zucca print as well, in the canvas. I would quite like that one as well. So yeah, there's a couple of mini baguettes on my bag wish list for next year. Now in terms of bags, I'm very happy with what I've got, and I've got to a point, and it's taken me a while to get here, where I've actually found over the last year or so that I haven't really struggled to know what bag to use for an occasion. I've been going out, I've been doing something, lots of different things, lots of different occasions, and I've always found that I've had at least one or two bags to choose from that would be suitable for that occasion. So I think that's as close to the concept of purse piece that I've ever got to. I don't really believe in purse piece because there's always a new bag, there's always something new coming out, and as you go through your life, your needs change, your lifestyle changes, and bags that I absolutely loved 20 years ago are just not suitable for me now, and I love a completely different style of bag now. But I think this is the first time in my life where I've not really stressed about, well, what bag am I going to use? I've got this particular event or occasion coming up, I'm going out for this day, I'm going out for this evening, I really have no idea what bag I'm going to use. I've found that for everything this year, I've definitely had an option, maybe 2 or 3 options of what bag would be suitable. So I think I'm at the point where, as one of my subscribers used this phrase on one of my previous videos, that I've got my bases covered. I've kind of got a lot of bases covered now with my bags, and I'm at the point where I can be a little bit more fun with them, and I can embrace new colours and new textures, and that's what I've actually been trying to do. Certainly with my last couple of bags that I've unboxed, I've definitely gone for bags that are a little bit different for me, something I would not have really considered in the past. So I'm at that point where I've perhaps got all the practical bags I want, and I'm now going for the fun and the silly bags as I described them in my last video. So there's no specific bags I'm actually thinking about on my wish list other than the white bag. I just, you know, and again, I don't really need that white bag. I've got plenty of summer bags. I didn't really have this summer where I was absolutely desperate for a white bag and thought, oh no, no other bag will do, it's got to be a white bag. I had plenty of other bags that I could use, but a white bag would just be an extra one, give me another option, I guess. So that's perhaps the most specific bag I'm after, but other bags on my wish list now are a little bit vaguer. So staying with Fendi, I would really like another regular size baguette. I love my blue one, I love that size. Obviously I do love the mini size, and the last few baguettes I've bought have been the mini ones, but I do love the regular size as well. So I would like another regular size baguette, either in the woven leather that they've just released, or maybe in the Selleria. Certainly not adverse to another one in Napa leather, all depends on the colour. And again, you know, I really don't know what colour. The Selleria, I like the beige that they've released, I like the fuchsia, but obviously I've got a fuchsia mini baguette now. I like the dark green they've released. They're just beautiful colours. And the interwoven leather, I have seen the beige and brown one in person. That's a little bit dark for me. I don't want it quite that dark, but I haven't seen the burgundy one in person, and I'm still, you know, thinking about that one because, as I've said on my channel before. I love burgundy, so that's a possibility. But I'd like to just see what they release, see what comes out in the next few months, in the next year, and if there's a regular size baguette that I absolutely fall in love with, then that is one that I might be bringing. Oh, that was my little pussycat. Hello. My little pussycat is joining in. She's obviously expressing her opinion about the bags I want to buy this year. Are you all right? Okay, she's going back to sleep now, I think. So if the right regular baguette in the right colour, the right leather comes up, then I will definitely be tempted. I know I don't want a canvas one. I like the mini baguette in the canvas. I'm not as big a fan of the regular size baguette in the canvas, only because I like the slouchy aspect to it in the Napa leather, in the Selleria leather. They're a little bit slouchier and softer, and I just like that in the regular style baguette. And the other thing I would like is maybe a vintage baguette. I've been looking at some vintage baguettes lately, and there's some really lovely ones out there. Baguettes don't really hold their value unless they're really special limited edition one. I think the Sarah Jessica Parker ones are holding their value or going up in price, and some of the 25-year anniversary ones, but other than that they don't really seem to hold their value. So I think, you know, there's some real bargains to be had in terms of vintage baguettes. Again, don't know what type. You know, I'll just see what comes along, what I might find, and if I absolutely fall in love with something, then that might be something that I buy next year as well. I would like to maybe get a straw or a raffia bag, and again, that might actually be a vintage baguette or a new regular size baguette that could actually tie up two things on my wish list. But I'm really interested in getting some sort of straw or raffia bag, or maybe just interwoven leather that kind of looks like raffia, because I've seen quite a few of those as well. I really would like to get a bag in kind of a beigey colour in raffia. I did actually buy a raffia bag recently from the Aspinall of London sale, and it was their resort bag, and I really thought that was going to work for me, but sadly when I received it, it just didn't. I loved the raffia aspect of it. That was really lovely, and it was a perfect colour for me, the two-tone colours. It was beautiful. It did have a mark on the bottom of the bag, which I wasn't very happy about, and I probably could have lived with that had I absolutely loved the bag. I couldn't exchange it because it was the last one, but had I loved the bag, I might have been able to live with the little mark on the bottom, but I just didn't love the bag. They advertised the crossbody strap at a certain drop length, and it wasn't. When I actually got it and measured it and put it on, it wasn't as long as it said, and it sat too high on my body. There were some adjustments you could do, but to make it the absolute longest and make it a bit more comfortable, it looked a bit weird, because it really had to sit in certain holes in order to be at its longest, if that makes sense. So the bag didn't quite work for me. It had this kind of extra chain on it, which was a little bit again, was not quite right. It was a bit too short to be a nice shoulder strap, but a bit too long to be a little top handle strap, so that didn't quite work for me either. The only thing that worked with it really was my strap from my Coach tabby bag. The colour matched perfectly, and that is the right length, and it worked very well with that, but I didn't want to keep it and have it relying on a strap from another bag, because that Coach tabby bag, although I like it, I don't necessarily know that that's definitely a forever bag for me, and if I were to sell it one day, then I'd have to sell it with the strap, and obviously I'd then lose that strap to go with my Aspinall bag. I also looked at some of the straps you could buy from Aspinall to go with their bags, and they did have a guitar strap that matched it, but it had a lot of stripes on it, which I didn't really like, so ultimately that bag had to go back. But that was a two-tone sort of raffia bag, perfect colour, and that's the sort of thing I might be looking out for again next year, maybe a different brand if somebody brings out something like that. I thought the Fendi straw bag this year was going to be that sort of colour, but when I actually saw that in person, it is a bit darker than what I thought it was going to be. That is a bit of a theme with Fendi. The colours on their website, when you first see them, they are quite a bit lighter, and they're quite a bit different than what they actually are in real life. On the whole, they are even better in real life, because when you see the colour sometimes on the website and it doesn't look amazing, but when you see the item in real life, it is a beautiful, beautiful colour. And that's the situation with a couple of things I've bought. I liked the look of my blue baguette online, but when I actually saw it in person, it was even better than I imagined. And the fuchsia baguette looks different online to it does in person. It looks miles better in person, but I have noticed that on the whole the colours are richer and deeper. So if you are after something and you think it's quite light when you look at it online, I think on the whole they are actually a bit darker when you see them in real life, and that was definitely the case with the straw bag, so that's why that one wasn't for me. I went for the Aspinall one because that was lighter, but unfortunately that didn't work out for me either. So I am definitely still on the hunt for a raffia or straw type bag. I think that's it for Fendi actually. Moving on to Chanel, the only thing with Chanel I might be in the market for is another wok. I've said a couple of times I think that I would like another wallet on chain from Chanel. I have a black one which I absolutely love. It's in black caviar. I would prefer a wok in caviar. I really don't know what colour. It has to be a colour that I would really use all the time. A Chanel wok is the same sort of price as a Fendi regular baguette, and if I got a Fendi regular baguette in a colour I liked, I know I would use it all the time. So to justify the same price for a Chanel wok, I would have to get it in a colour that I will use a lot. Now obviously I do use my black one all the time. I would have to get it in a colour I would use. I like the beige clair colour. That is obviously very neutral, very versatile colour, but I don't necessarily know if I do want to wok in that colour, because I don't know if I would wear that enough. Having got my beige linen mulberry clutch now, which is a very similar colour, I ended up not using that as much as I thought I would. Have used it, but not as much. So I don't know if beige clair in a Chanel wok would be the right colour for me. Maybe it needs to be a different type of colour, maybe something like burgundy. You know, as I say, I love burgundy. I do use burgundy bags, but now I've got a different burgundy bag. But again, check out that recent unboxing and you'll know what I'm talking about. You know, I don't know if a burgundy wok could work for me now. So yeah, I have to find one in the right colour. I'm not actively going out hunting for one. I'll see what happens. If one comes up on the pre-love market and it's the perfect colour, then I might go for that. But it's a lot of money. They're great. They're great items. The Chanel wok really is a great item, but it is such a lot of money. Now Louis Vuitton. There's only a couple of things from Louis Vuitton really. I am possibly in the market for a new 6-ring key holder. The one I've got at the minute is very well used. It's curling up at the ends. It's certainly still got a lot of life left in it, but I might be looking for a leather one. I've got a canvas one at the minute, and I think I like the idea of getting a leather 6-ring key holder, so I'm having a look at what they've got available. That is something I might get from Louis Vuitton. And the only other Louis Vuitton items I'm really putting on my wish list is perfume. I love Louis Vuitton California Dreams. That's my favourite perfume, and I have a bottle of that up here. There we go, just over halfway through that one. Been using that a lot, and I really do like that perfume. My husband recently bought me Le Sable Rose. I really like this one. So my husband recently bought me that for Christmas because he knew that was one that I liked. And I've been trying some new ones. I've been getting some samples and trying them out when I was in Harrods. I've got a sample of City of Stars, which I really have been liking that one. I've also tried a Spell on You, which I really like. But yeah, I'd like to get another Louis Vuitton fragrance, one of those that I've just mentioned. And possibly from Louis Vuitton, I might like a passport cover. I am doing a bit of travelling this year and I haven't got a passport cover. I used to have a non-luxury one and that got a bit ragged and worn and sort of fell apart, and I never bothered replacing it with a non-luxury or a luxury one. So I'm thinking this year I might treat myself to a luxury Louis Vuitton passport cover. Again, can't really make up my mind. Very tempted by the new colour collection one with the colours down the sides. Not really sure which colour I'd go for though. And I'm also tempted by the World Tour ones where you can sort of design your own. So maybe one of those, I'm not sure, we'll see. So let's see, what have I got left? I would like another cashmere scarf. I have a couple of Burberry cashmere scarves with the Burberry check on. I'd like a fairly plain one. I might like a Fendi one, although it might have double Fs on, maybe a very subtle pattern of double Fs, or maybe just another brand. There's obviously lots of brands out there that do cashmere scarves. Probably won't be getting it for this winter now, maybe getting it towards next winter to wear next winter. So yeah, I would like another cashmere scarf. And finally, on my list here, I would like a pair of Roger Vivier shoes. Now this is probably down to Dale from Dale's Addiction, because I've obviously seen her wearing her Roger Vivier shoes and I've seen them at Harrods. I've tried some on. I like the trompette style, and also I think there's the bell style, which is very similar. I think I think the difference is to do with the heel size, not 100% sure. I've tried on the 4.5 centimetre heel, which is a good height for me, probably a very wearable height. I do like the slightly higher ones as well, and I would like to start off probably with a pair in black, because as much as I love my Fendi Colibris in black, and you know that I do, they do have an open back, and just sometimes when I go to work I would like my whole foot enclosed rather than have an open back like the Colibris. As I say, I have tried the Roger Vivier on. They're not as comfortable as the Fendi Colibris. I mean, you can put a pair of Colibris on and just walk straight away in them and no issues. I tried them in my usual size. They were a touch tight on one of my feet because I do have one foot slightly bigger than the other. I don't really want to size up though, because I hate it when shoes are too big. I really don't like it. I'd rather persevere with slightly tighter shoes and break them in a bit than go for shoes that are too big. But I don't know how they soften over time. They are patent, so does that mean they're going to stay quite stiff and not really soften very much? I don't know. Maybe any of you out there who have got Roger Vivier shoes, who have worn them, maybe you can tell me, do the patent style soften a little bit over time? Do they become a little bit more comfortable as you wear them? Let me know. But yeah, I would really like to get a pair. I also like the grey and I like the beige, so I'm not sure exactly which colour. Maybe the black would be the best to start with, and if I like them then I might get another colour, but I do like the grey. The grey have a silver buckle and I really do like them as well, so maybe I might be a little bit different, stray away from black and maybe start with the grey. I'm not sure. I'm making my mind up about those. So yeah, that's it. That's pretty much my 2024 wish list. It's not a really extensive list. It's not full of loads and loads of things, and I'm sure I won't be getting everything off that list. Some of the things on there are a little bit vague, like a vintage baguette, because I really don't know until I see the one that I fall in love with what it will be like, and if I do at all, it might not happen this year at all. But yeah, that's where I am, and obviously I'm open to seasonal things. I don't know what Fendi are releasing, I don't know what Louis Vuitton are releasing, you know, as the year goes on, so you know, there's the possibility of some seasonal things. I have been to Harrods recently and I've seen the new Louis Vuitton denim collection. That is lovely. I don't have any pieces from that on my wish list. I won't be getting anything from the denim collection. I do like it. It looks nicer in person than it does online. I actually wasn't that struck by it when I saw pictures of it online at all, but when I actually saw it in person I thought, yeah, that's quite nice. But the pieces are not really in the style of bag that I would normally go for and that I think really suits me, my style, my lifestyle. That's a collection I will admire from afar, not really for me. I do have some more to say about that, which I'm probably going to put on another video because I have something to show you. Yeah, so make sure you subscribe because I do have something coming up that I'm going to tie in with that denim collection. I'm not going to say any more than that now. But yeah, so anyway, let me know what you thought of my wish list. Let me know what your wish list is, what sort of things you're looking at getting this year. I certainly won't be rushing out to buy all of these things on this wish list anytime soon. I'm a little bit spent out because I did buy quite a few things from Fendi at my birthday appointment, and so far I've only unboxed the bag and shown you that, so there are some other things to show you. So again, another reason to subscribe if you haven't already. So there'll be another video showing those things coming up as well. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. I really appreciate everybody watching, and I really look forward to seeing you on the next one. Bye everyone.